What's up, George Nation? I noticed a lot of my friends and people who watch the channel are getting into fitness. So I wanted to kind of make a video. I was at the gym today and I was talking to one of my boys about body recomposition and if it would be right for him. I've had this conversation with another friend of mine too, so I thought I'd make a video just for general, like, hey, go check out my video. I made a video on this type purposes. This is for beginners in the gym or people really looking to optimize. If you're like an intermediate or advanced level lifter, one, why are you on my channel watching my fitness content? You know what I mean? Go watch like Jeff Nippert or Dr. Mike Israetel, you know? They will have way more information that pertains to you. But yeah, today we're going to be talking about body recomposition. And I say it's for people who are looking to get really, really optimized and newbies, because that's the demographic that kind of benefits from this the most. Intermediate lifters such as myself, I can't body recomp anymore. I have to have a dedicated cut and bulk phase. If I body recomped for like 12 weeks, I would come out of it looking the same or almost exactly the same as when I started. It would be hard for me to gain muscle and lose fat at the like crazy rate that you could if you were fully optimizing your program for the first time and if you were a newbie to the gym. All right, so what is a body recomp and how to do it? So recomposition phase is when you're recomposing your body. You're not dedicating yourself to a cut where you're losing fat and trying to hold muscle, or where you're gaining fat and trying to gain as much muscle as possible. You're staying at your base level weight. So wherever you're at right now, you're gonna stay at that weight and you're gonna lose fat while gaining muscle. So it still evens you out to the same weight. Now, the reason why I said intermediate level lifters can't really do this is because the earlier you are on in your training career, the more muscle that you can gain. Your muscles are primed for that stimulus to grow. Whereas an intermediate lifter, say you've been lifting a year to 2 years, your newbie gains are kind of all tapped out, and optimization really becomes a key factor in your programs. You're going to want to be in a hypercaloric state to grow muscle and a hypocaloric state to really cut down and see everything. And it kind of becomes a loop of bulk, maintenance, cut, maintenance, bulk, maintenance, cut, maintenance. And you're really, really fighting to get those like 1 pound of muscle to 2 pounds of muscle. And eventually you'll reach your cap. But that's after like, man, your natural limit, 15 years maybe. But you know, as you get further into your training career, you will develop less and less muscle over time. It's just how it is. Diminishing returns, you know. All right, could you bulk and just skip this process entirely? Like skip out, say you're in your first year of training, could you just go straight into a bulk, throw around weight, try to gain as much muscle as possible, and then go into a cut? Yes, absolutely. But just be aware that this first year is the prime time to recompose. Other than like your first year of training, you won't have access to this anymore. It won't make sense. You can still do it for sure, but it's going to be really, really dumb. Now, with cutting and bulking, it is harder to do for newbies, I have to say. A lot of people, when they first get into the gym, they're focused on dialing their technique in, just getting into the gym in general. They're still figuring things out, kind of making it a part of their lifestyle. So imagine if you were getting into the gym, you had to learn technique, you had to learn what's what muscles am I working with these exercises, how to even do them properly, building that mind-muscle connection. And then on top of that, you have to manage cutting and bulking, you know, depending on which one you go with. And if you're cutting and you're in that hypocaloric state, you're just drained. You have to manage your cut. You have to learn what foods are like higher in volume and lower in calories, and it just becomes a big headache. Same thing with bulking. You're gonna have to eat a lot more, and it really just, in my opinion, is best to go with a recomp when you're early on. All right, so how are we gonna actually go about hitting this recomp? So what you wanna do is, if you're completely new to the gym and you don't know your like base level calories to maintain your body weight, every day for a week, write down everything. I recommend getting a macro tracker. Like I use Macro Factor. Dr. Mike has one called the RP Diet Coach app. That one's pretty good too, although I prefer macro factor, me personally. But you're gonna write down everything that you eat for a week, and don't lie to yourself, it's gonna make it harder in the end. But you count up all of these calories and you have an average baseline of what you eat to maintain your current weight. Then you take that and you eat that amount every week. Make sure to hit 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, or if you're a bigger dude with a lot of excess fat, that's okay. You can eat 1 gram per pound of lean body weight. There's calculators that you can use to get that number. If you wanted to do a slight cut, that's okay. You can do like 200 calories below your maintenance, or even 300 calories. That'll work perfectly fine for your first recomposition phase. Now, something that a lot of newer guys struggle with is you have to train hard. Train hard and progressively overload. I'm not talking about training until you're uncomfortable and then you rack the weight. You have to train within 2 to 3 reps of failure and progressively overload every week. So progressive overload is, say I'm benching, right? I'm benching 100 pounds. 100 pounds for 6 reps. The next week, I will either bench 100 pounds for 7 reps or 105 pounds for 6 reps. So you're increasing either weight or reps. And it should be super easy early on, especially for like newer guys, because you can double your bench in like, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, because you're just getting form down. Like a lot of people start benching 70 pounds. They can jump from that 70 pounds to like 100 within the span of like 2 weeks. They just have to dial in form. So you're gonna progressively overload, keep overloading, and you'll know when to stop the recomp when you either stop looking different or stop progressively overloading. You just can't anymore. Then you go into your bulk. But that'll be like months down the line. Don't worry about that for now. Next, really important thing, recovery. You want to give your body optimal rest time. So 8 hours a night, try to sleep, have a good sleep schedule, a consistent sleep schedule. It does a lot to your recovery. Undersleeping has a profound impact on your body in so many things. Also, cortisol levels. If you're super stressed out all the time, like try to find a way not to be as stressed out. It will impact your gains. I know it sounds nitpicky, but like your body grows muscle from resting, not from the gym. The gym just gives it the stimulus, the shock to grow muscle. Everything else happens outside of the gym. Your nutrition, your sleep, your recovery, all of that stuff. That's really where the muscle grows. I said earlier, this can work if you're a newbie or if you're getting back into lifting. And if you are getting back into lifting, you don't have to run it for a whole year. You can run it for a couple months. Just do a quick recomp because your muscles will come back way faster. Recomping is a great tool, but it's not a like magical pill you can like take. It's not the secret sauce, you know. It's just one training method amongst a variety of training methods. But in your first year, it is the prime time to do it, my friend. So consider it. Do some research. Go check out like the big science-based lifters. Like Dr. Mike has a video on this, and then I'm pretty sure Jeff Nippert has one. I'm almost certain. At the end of the day, it comes down to this. Stay consistent, try to optimize as best as you can, but don't get too in your head about things like that, you know? Don't let perfection stop good. Good is okay. A lot of the time, good is great. Especially in the beginning. Your first year of training, you can get by with okay technique, okay macros, it's fine. But if you optimize from the beginning, it'll have a profound impact on the rest of your lifting career. Stay consistent, stay strong, trust the process. I'll catch you guys in the next one.